So first we will see like how this Android has started and all. So for that here now, let I can say that as the Android history and how that R&D has started that we can able to see here now. So for that here now I'm writing this Android history. So who invented this Android and how that steps that will be involved that we will see here. So in Android history means here now this Android as invented by the person called Andre Rubin. So Andre Rubin, and it was he started the R&D on in the year of 2003. So basically, he was a Java developer. So once even when he is an Java developer, one day he went to buy one digital camera. So by seeing the digital camera price, he surprised that. So he compared with that price with the normal camera, then it is more compared to that, it has the more price, like almost 5 to 10% of the difference it is there. So then he thought that why it is this much of price. So for that here, just so he thought okay, why much of different purchase. So he identified that. So there is a one small difference. So that is the only the software for that and this. So then what is that? What the small software? Why this much of price? So for the small software, so why this is that much of price difference? Why can't you make it some software for this? So then immediately he has to start that R&D. So then R&D is not possible with a single person, right? So some of the three friends joined with him, and they started one company called Android INC. So through this Android INC, so this is the company called that is Android INC. So that through this Android INC, they started the R&D. R&D means it is the research and development. So it is started in the year of 2003, right? So that is not possible with a single person. So they started this company. So after a few days, they got some solution. Like after 2 days means it is almost in after 2 years. So they got one solution. Like if we go in this one way, so there is a possibility of to get the Android like for the software for this particular this. But so they got that solution in the year of 2005. So what they thought, like if you go this way, there is a possibility we can get the solution, but for the digital camera. So, but now they got actual problem. So they struggled with the funds. They don't have any funds because they spend that time completely on the means last from the last 2 years. So they done completely the and R&D on the part. So they are not doing the jobs. So they don't have the fund. So they depend on completely on this R&D only. So that what they think they have to approach different companies. Like that time they approached to a lot of companies, including Google, Nokia, Symbian, like whatever the mobile manufacturer companies, as well as the hardware companies and the major Google, uh, this Microsoft, like lot of companies they approached. But in the year 2007, means after almost 2 years, so the Google has accepted their request and they encouraged them. So they will said that we will invest some amount on this. So you can start next level of R&D, right? So then they started R&D and they released the They released first version. So they released the first version in 2007. This is for digital camera. So not for the mobile. So they released this is for the digital. Right. Once this version has released in 2007 for the digital camera, and after few days, like after that, means while they are tying up with the Google, means Google has already acquired now the Android INC. While acquiring that, so these people said there are some certain areas of certain specific conditions. So what are those? First, it will be always it is an open source, because they are developing this platform on the top of the Linux kernel. So what are the software which we develop on top of the Linux kernel? That is always this is an open source. That's why they said that this will be always it is an open source. Then after that, it will be in feature. Next, we will develop. This is for mobile app development. Initially, it was camera, and after that, we will have this mobile apps. Then also, we will release this as an operating system, and also we will release an development environment. So development environment. Then after that, finally, so it is in a store, one store where the user can download the apps. Like now we have the Play Store, right? So from the store where user can download this. So while acquiring the Google, so those people have said these are the things to them. So they also accepted these all the things. Now the next level, like in 2007, they succeeded with the first digital camera version. Then after that, in 2008, they released the first version of first mobile on Android. So that is with HTC. So those days there is a mobile manufacturer HTC is there. So with that HTC, this app has released with that. So that HTC has released with that app. So it is released on a HTC. Right. So the HTC has released in this 2008. So this, but once after this release also, the people has not shown any interest on this platform. Why? Because there is a specific reason, that is like these people, like whatever the mobiles, like they are released in a one software version, like whatever the mobiles, the basic mobiles right now we have, that similar they have released that version. So that's why, so they're not shown any interest on that people. Like that too, even the other manufacturers also not shown any interest, because as of now what they are using, that is the stable version. This is the newly launched. Is it stable or no? That they don't know. That's why they think that it will be not like this, right? After that, they not started that. By 2009, they released the second mobile with the HTC again. So that is as an operating system. So as operating system, they released in a 2009, they released the first version of the second, that is the second one. So but as an operating system, it is the first version. So that is released in a 2009. Right. After that, even this released as an operating system, also the people is not showing any interest, because again the same reason, it is a startup, and even if it is an operating system also, they that don't have any apps to install on this particular this, like where they can download and they can install the apps. So those are not available. That's why that completely no one has not used it. So that's the reason immediately by end of the 2009 or it's starting of 2010, they released this one store and they uploaded some of the apps into the store. So even that is done, still that is not succeeded. Then after that, in 2011, so this people has released the development environment. So once the development environment has released, one by one, these software companies has came into the development, so that one by one other peoples are showing an interest on this particular platform to this. And so the other manufacturers came, because from this, once this table, like after this all released, the first version, after that, every version, every 5 months, 6 months, 2 months, in a certain duration, the people are continuously releasing the next versions. So that next versions are continuously releasing. So because of that is the reason. So it became very huge in next 3 to 4 years. It became very huge in the market, right? So this is how the Android has become an open source and what are the steps it will be involved in history. So this is the part like this, right? Now here, the next step we will see here, like in Android, there are multiple versions. So I'll write here some of the versions. So cupcake, donut, eclair, froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, next ice cream sandwich, jelly beans, Kit Kat, and lollipop, marshmallow, nugget, Oreo, so Oreo, pie, Q, R, yes. So these all are the different versions, like these all are the different versions in the mobile platform. So all the versions has the different aspects. So these all are the versions. Now in this we can say has like each version has one alphabetical order, and that too each version almost has an all the bakery items related, right? Because Android Rubin and his friends always eat such type of foods. That's why this version, this name, this is came as these names, right? Now in this, the each version, so each version has one API level. So each version has one API level as well as one SDK version. So SDK means it is a software development kit. Like if I'm working on a Android S, so I have to download in my system Android 14 related SDK into this, and the respective API files automatically. API means application program interface. So those files are automatically downloaded into your system. So based on that, your development will goes. Like what is the version? The version wise the dependencies that we will discuss in our upcoming sessions. Right. So as of now, I hope everyone is clear. Are you have any questions? Yes. Because in this, some of them as today is a first session. So if you have any questions? Just we had a one last one last session. After that, this is the second session, this one. So anyone have any questions? Because whatever I'm expecting is each and every session as an interactive session I'm expecting.
No questions.
Okay. So then it's fine. So now what next step? So normally just for who joined today for this purpose, I'll tell you few things here now. Like that is here. What our course like this course will be here. It is the 45 days duration. Means it is a 45 to 50 hours of every day. It is 1 hour session. So here, what are the highlights of this course is like, first of all, you will get the recording of the each session. So recording, and after the recording, whatever the code we are discussing here, right? That code I'll upload in OneDrive. I'll share you the drive link. So that drive link you can, you people can access directly. That I'll give you for your mail ID to access, so that immediately whatever the class we discussed that you can download. And I'll share you one PDF. So that PDF will contains all the theoretical as well as some of the programmatical examples will be available. And whatever the programs here we are discussing, each and every program, I'll create in front of you people, and we'll discuss each program in detail with in detail. We'll discuss line by line with syntax as well as the explanation, clear explanation. We'll discuss each and every this thing. That is about the course wise. Like after that, when we are discussing in the advanced programs, I'll create one sample project. So in this project, I'll include the major part of the things which will be involved in our development. So they're like web services, login, registration, such kind of things. I'll include multiple things into the single project. So that will give a real time scope of the project. So there like a lot of the things will be covered on that, so that it will be same if you from there if you follow the next steps, so that you can create a real-time project on the basis of that only, like session management and how to transfer the data in between of the complete application. Also display personalized data in case if internet is not there, how to handle, like if you want to create an local database, how to handle the local database, such kind of all the things we'll discuss on that area. In case if you are like anyone, like if you are preparing for an interview point of view, in case if any particular topic which is an important for the interview point of view, so that point I'll stretch more on that, how to answer such question in interview point of view, so that I'll figure it out. Like if you sample resume, you can prepare resume. Even after course also, if you want some suggestions and all, I'll ready to do that. I'll help you on that area as well, like while you're searching the job, or after getting the job you stuck somewhere on the coding level. Like if you want some suggestion kind of thing, I'll help you on that area as well. Right. So these are the highlights from my side. Right. Now we will use to understand here. So what is the language we are using? Here this for this development we are using the language called Kotlin plus XML. So there are a lot of differences between the Java and Kotlin. Kotlin is nowadays it is a trending language. Everyone in industry are using this Kotlin only. So that's why we are also following that Kotlin language. So that Kotlin language we are discussing here this, and it has completely the null safety. So it can avoid completely the null exceptions and all. So that's why this language, like more detail, like while we are discussing about the introduction of the Kotlin session. So there we will start with that discussion, why we avoided Java, why we chosen this Kotlin. So on that particular place, we'll discuss here this. And here in a whatever the development here we are doing, so that we can say as the native development. This is the native mobile app development. So there are two types of mobile app development as there. One is a native, other is the cross platform. So cross platform. So whatever we are doing here now, this is the native. Native means whatever the code written, that will be run only on a one environment. Like we are running here this one environment, so that code will run on the Android, right? Android, like same on iOS also, like iOS, Android and iOS, Android and iOS are the examples for this. Means Android by using Java or by using Kotlin, both can be comes under. Like here, this is the next level. This is a Flutter. So here means cross-platform. This applications can run on a two platforms. One is Java and other is an one is an Android, other is an iOS, like Flutter, React. So like this, it can be work on this. So that is the cross-platform like this. So here, whatever we are doing here it is our native mobile application. So again, in Android development, there are three different kinds of development activities as there. So development, there are three different types of developments. So on that, the first one, which is here now, that is app development. App development. Next level is the game development. Game development, and the last is the that is OS level. So OS level, we will work only on manufacturers or in a Google. But here now we discuss in this particular platform. Here on that game development is the majority of the companies, and other development activity, whatever the course we are learning. So that we will learn here this Android platform. Right. This is the development here. First of all, here now we used to understand each version wise features. Like here, each version has some features as well as some drawbacks. So that each version wise features we have to understand, because that main and important, like whatever we see in the versions, right? From these versions, we will see that some of the versions like means initially 2 to 3 days, like until the batch has confirmed. So I'll spend only 30 to 35 minutes of the session. Right here also, today we will see now the basic features of this Android, some of the versions, because there are more than 10 versions. So all the versions features, it is not possible now. So that's why just like basic version wise features we will see. So that is now first one is the cupcake. So this cupcake has introduced in the year of 2009. So this it is introduced in 2009. So but by seeing this, we can feel that okay, these all are the very basic features, but on those days, these all are the main. So on this, it is the first one is the auto rotation feature has introduced. So that is the auto rotation feature has introduced. Like now how this portrait to landscape to portrait feature is there, right? So that is the feature it is introduced, that is, but now it is more we can see that it is, but at that time it is the main and important. Is next is the dictionary option has enabled. So dictionary option has enabled here. So like while typing that dictionary option, it will be available. Next is the copy paste. So copy paste in browser only, that days it will work and only in a browser. Assign like some of the widgets like in this version. So this is the last feature, like widgets like analog clock, analog clock, music player, analog clock, music player. Next is the calendar, so etc. These all are the things it is introduced in this. Right. This is about this version. This is next version. We will see the next one. It is the donut. So this is also introduced in the same year 2009. So this is in a 2009. It is introduced on the month of April. Right. So this is after 6 months. This is introduced in September. Now, here in this version, what are the things here? Now in this, like there is a quick search. Now, like in homepage, there is a quick search option is available, right? So that quick search feature has introduced here. And next is the VPN network. By using this, we can connect virtual private networks. Previously, it was not able to connect, but now by using the VPN setup on a network setting, so you can able to connect this. And voice search is added. So the voice search feature is added. Voice search added here. And the next is the battery indicator. So battery indicator, like how much the battery percentage. So that indicator. And so here itself, the Google Play Store also introduced by this version. Google Play Store feature also, like means user can install the apps from the Google Play Store. This is introduced here in this version. So these all are the features in Donut. Right. Next is the Eclair. So the Eclair. So this Eclair is also after 1 month after, in October 2009 itself it is introduced. So 2009. Now in this version, so what are the other features here in Eclair? So here, sorry, here we got some drawback in a previous version. So it is not supporting Bluetooth, not supporting Bluetooth. So, but immediately, because of that only, immediately then one in a 1 month, this is released here. It will support Bluetooth. So Bluetooth support. So Bluetooth support. Right. Next is the calendar events. We can add the calendar events. So calendar events we can add. So like birthdays, meetings, invites. So those all the things we can add. And zoom in and zoom out feature, we can have zoom in and zoom out. So this is available only in a browser. So other it is not in zoom in or zoom out in browser. And here also we got some drawback. So that is it is not supporting person, no Adobe support. Those days Adobe is like major, because by those days like using the Adobe, it can be having the multiple dependencies are there by using that animations and PDF files and all. Nowadays lot of things are there, but those days it is completely dependent on that. So that is not there on this. Next is the Proyo. So this Proyo has introduced in May 2010. So the Proyo has introduced in 2010. So in this, what are the other what are the features here? So immediately the support that issue has resolved. So that is Adobe support. Adobe support. Next is the multi-touch. Multi-touch feature. That means touch phones has introduced from this version onwards. And the day and night mode. Day and night mode has introduced in this. Next, device policy manager. So the device policy manager has introduced. So device policy manager, like security purposes, the device policy manager issues as introduced here. So user can take the data backup. So if you want to remove, like if you want to install new version, or if you want to erase the data and reinstall, so that there is a data backup option available from this version. So data backup, they can do that. Next is the crash reporting. This is for developer. Like for example, app is in a Play Store, but suddenly it is crashed somewhere. So that user has to identify that. So for that here now, it the automatically as a developer, now we will get an email like so and so mobile version. It is crashed because of so and so issue like that. So that what happens, we can immediately resolve that issue and we can re-upload that here. Next is the hotspot feature. Like you can share your internet by using hotspot. Next, one drawback here now that is it is not supporting for internet calling. So those days it is a mostly it is in a Skype call. So that is it is not supporting for that. So no internet call. This is like that is the issue here. Right. So the next one more for the today's last feature, that is gingerbread. So we will see about this gingerbread. So this gingerbread immediately the whatever the previous issue, like it is in the month of December 2010 it is released. So in this the first one, so the issue which is resolved here is like it will support an internet calling, because the previous issue that is resolved. So internet calling resolved. Next is the one touch copy paste. So now wherever we want, you can copy paste in entire wherever you want. Like previously it was only in a browser. Now you can copy paste everywhere in this entire system. And also it is supports the third party keyboards, like because other developers also came into this, right? So the third party keyboards, like we can install the third party keyboards. Even nowadays also some people will install the third party keyboards, right? Like that we can install third party keyboards. And the data encoding and decoding also introduced, because one by one security is also concentrating from this version. So that is the data encoding and decoding also, it is important here. Then after here they got major issue, that is one it is not supporting multi-core processor. Not supporting multi-core processor. Why that is not supporting and what the resolution for the next step? So that we'll see on a next level, that is a honeycomb version that is resolved. Why, how it is resolved, that we will see in our next class. Right, you have any questions, anyone?
No, madam.
Okay, so then we will see tomorrow 9 p.m. Thank you.